1. 'Tis a bright and beautiful day. Oil Tin Man is strolling down the street. He has nowhere to be, really. He just likes taking walks. Everyone is truly happy to see him, as he is a beloved person. This gives him tinkles in the tummy. It makes him feel like a good person, like an important person. 2. When Oil Tin Man arrives back home, he feels rather tired, though it isn't that late in the evening. He curls up in bed, and an overall soothing feeling comes over him and assures him nothing could ever go wrong. He is home. He falls asleep with a smile on his face. 3. Oil Tin Man wakes up in his bed. The sun is shining directly into his room, though it looks like some charcoal clouds are on their way to spoil the fun. He grabs the morning paper from his mailbox and sits down at his table. When he opens the paper, something startles him. 4. In the paper there are big bulky headlines saying that oil pollutes and that oil supply is the devil himself. There's even one that says fuck oil, which he feels to be a bit gushy and brutal. 5. Oil Tin Man goes out. It is cold and he has a headwind. He is walking the same street as he always gladly does. However, this time people are not greeting him as warm and kindly as before. They are throwing looks at him. Little groups of talking people turn silent as soon as he is passing by. It seems his presence causes some kind of hateful reaction, a disturbance that he cannot comprehend. 6. That night, Oil Tin Man is unable to fall asleep. He thinks about a sticker he once saw on a wall in Berlin, which contained the words, "Right is wrong," and which somehow baffled him so much that he felt a bit unearthly for quite a little while. 7. The next day, as he once again leaves his house, his refuge, for the now so malicious streets, he sees a group of people not too far away. They seem to be cheering. Perhaps all is well, Oil Tin Man thinks. Perhaps it was just a bad dream. Still a bit wary, yet mostly hopeful, he approaches them and sees that someone rather angry looking is giving a speech. 8. The angry looking man is shouting towards his crowd, which is approvingly cheering him on. The man has red and white patches sewn into his clothes, with a black tree right in the middle of them. Flags with anti-oil signs are being held up high by the audience, and they scream awful things about Oil Tin Man. When they notice him, they start pointing at him and calling him names. 9. There is so much shouting coming from so many different mouths that the insults are indistinguishable. They are calling him a stupid fucking bastard and a shit cunt, but it sounds more like distortion and he does not know what to make of it. Oil Tin Man is walking away from the crowd. His face is flooded with tears. 10. As it starts raining, Oil Tin Man starts running. Just randomly he runs. Away, away, away. He runs past his house, past every street he used to walk by every day, each street a little slower, until finally he is just strolling. If yesterday is not yesterday, then every day has passed away. And in dismay, I'm afraid to say, until the day is not today, I do prefer to stay away. He hears himself saying out loud, and he feels nothing. A light coming from a shop window attracts his attention. 11. On several TVs behind the window glass, a commercial is playing. A sausage can labelled with the word porn is waving joyously on the screen. Now! Canned porn! Canned porn! Porn from a can! Easier than ever! Porn from a can! Quicker than ever! Suitable for every age! Yeah! Now! Canned porn! You've never been so sore! "12. The act of furnishing an equivalent person or thing in the place of another. The act or an instance of neglecting something. Anything that is contemptibly worthless, inferior, or vile. To use, consume, spend, or expend thoughtlessly or carelessly. Filth, skank, crud, rubbish, trash, scrap, waste, garbage. The act of furnishing an equivalent person or thing in the place of another. the act or an instance of neglecting something. Anything that is contemptibly worthless, inferior, or vile. To use, consume, spend, or expend thoughtlessly or carelessly. Filth, skank, crud, rubbish, trash, scrap, waste, garbage. The act of furnishing an equivalent person or thing in the place of another. The act or an instance of neglecting something. Anything that is contemptibly worthless, inferior, or vile. To use, consume, spend, or expend thoughtlessly or carelessly. Filth, skank, crud, rubbish, trash, scrap, waste, garbage. The act of furnishing an equivalent person or thing in the place of another. The act or an instance of neglecting something. Anything that is contemptibly worthless, inferior, or vile. To use, consume, spend, or expend thoughtlessly or carelessly. Filth, skank, crud, rubbish, trash, scrap, waste, garbage.